Hey, love. Welcome back. Welcome back. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Pauline because I know sometimes you guys reach out to me and say, hey, Intoy. Hey, Intoy. Is it Antoy? I'm like, it's Pauline. The business is Antoine. But my name is Pauline and I'm happy that you're here. But we're going to keep talking about a little bit more about the money, the moolah, the dollars, the neros, however you want to look at it. Okay, we're going to keep talking about that. And so we're going to get a little bit into it. So let me tell y'all about my week and then it'll go into that. I promise you this, it's going to all connect. Okay. So my week has been interesting. I can't even say crazy because, hey, I'm still here. I am grateful. Overall, it's been a great week. You know what? I don't let little things bother me as much. So my week started off with one of my kids getting sick. So, and then the second one got sick midway through the week. So pretty much the whole week, my kiddo's been sick. And so my husband and I have been rotating who's taking the day off, right? And I get paid when I'm actually doing a service. My husband, he still works for a corporate, so he gets paid whether he's there or not. For me, I don't get paid if I'm not working, okay? So as entrepreneurs, well, now I still get paid because I put myself on payroll, but we'll get into that some more. But if I'm not behind the chair, my business isn't bringing in any money. So of course, I was like, okay, well, I can't take the week off. I was already off on Monday because the kids were out of school. So initially, I was set to work out 3 days this week. So Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. And then, so when the babies got sick, I'm like, okay, all right. I said, well, can you stay home Tuesday with the kids? I'm off on Wednesday already, so I'll be off with them. I was already off with them on Monday. So I was home with them on Monday because I had the time off already because they were out of school. Tuesday, I had to work and I had a full day. So I'm like, okay, how about you stay home Tuesday? And since I'm off Wednesday, I'll stay home Wednesday with them. And then that's when Wednesday was when the second kid got sick because the first kid was already recovering. I'm like, okay, by Thursday, you should be good to go and everybody be good, right? Then on Wednesday, the second one went to school and he wasn't feeling well. So I went to go get him. And so I was like, well, clearly he's not doing 100%. So so I was like, okay, so somebody got to stay home on Thursday. And I was like, I can't stay home on Thursday because I have a full day, but I had clients Thursday and Friday. So I was like, okay, if you stay home Thursday, I'll stay home Friday. I'll just alter my schedule so I can stay home with the kids, right? So it's just interesting how this week played out. And then the week started with a customer, online customer yelling at me because they bought the wrong thing. And I'm like, okay. And instead of, at first, I'm going to be honest with y'all. At first I was upset because I'm like, you purchased the wrong item, but now you're yelling at me because you ordered the wrong item. It's not like you came to the shop and you said you wanted this and I picked up the wrong item and gave to you. You went on my website, clicked on the link, purchased the item, and that's what you got. So instead of, so the way the customer came at me, I was like, but I was like, oh, Pauline, take it back. Whatever caused her confusion, let me try to figure that out so I can make sure going forward there aren't any additional confusion for anyone else. Because I can be reactive, but once I put the human side of me aside, I have to be like, okay, God, what can I learn in this situation? How can I make this a better process for other people? So it all worked out, got the customer the right item, and I take even if something's not my fault, when it comes to customers, I take the blame, keep it moving, because I'm not the type of person to be arguing back and forth with somebody. Oh no, you did this and you did that. That's not me. I ain't got time for that, right? So I'll just take the high road and keep it moving. So, but I was able to talk to my, beauty bestie, and she was able to help me. It's like, okay. And my husband was able to help me. I'm like, okay, let me put emotions aside and, be professional. And I think a lot of times people don't realize that when they're doing business, at the end of the day, you're still doing business with an individual. And we still have to, be professional, but we do have feelings too. We do have all the emotions and feelings that you go through. So, but I still have to be the professional one. I still have to be, so for any of you who are in the business realm and you're dealing with customer facing or where you have customers purchasing stuff from you and you have stuff like that, just take the high road. I know customers aren't always right, but don't let that one little situation mess it up for the rest of your business. So just think about your business as a whole. So that's just a little bit tidbit. So that's how my week started, and then the kids were getting sick and all this was going on. So, and then I was talking to, so I do talk to different locticians, in their business, talk to them, see how they're going. Because people contact me, reach out to me, ask me questions. I have no problem answering. I love to help. But, at the same time, all my time isn't free. So, but anyway, I was talking to this person and it's interesting. I'm going to read it. Her exact statement was, I can't see my money. And to me, that was so deep because I completely understand where she's coming from. And for anyone, so this segment is mostly for locticians, but if you're not a loctician, you can keep watching because there's always something to learn in every situation, okay? So there's always something to learn. So you might pick up on something. Y'all, while my household been getting sick, I am so thankful I have not been getting sick. Thank you, Lord. I don't know if it's this Rise, that RYZE. I think that's how you spell it. Y'all know that Rise. I don't know about y'all, but this Rise thing that's been on everybody's social media keep popping up. I tried it, and I've been drinking it for a couple of months now. This is not an ad. This is not an advertisement, but I'm like, man, everybody in my household getting sick, and I'm not getting sick. And I was like, maybe it's this Rise. I don't know, but I drink it every day, every night, honey. And I take my vitamins. I make sure and I will wear a mask even around my own kids. You sick? Stay in this room. I'm coming in with bleach and everything. Like, I ain't got time. Because, baby, I can't be down for the count. I got things to do. I got a business to run. So, anywho, I keep going off on a tangent. That's why I write stuff down so I can stay focused. Because y'all know me. I'll be, okay. So she said, so I don't know what's in that Rise tea or Rise coffee, but I know it's good. It mentioned all the stuff it's good for. So I'm like, okay. If that's what's helping me not be sick, thank you, Rise. Okay. Anywho, so I wrote this down so I can stay focused. I'm trying not to make this a long video. But she said, I can't see my money. Okay. So I already shared with you how my week has been going. And I thought this was great to really sit down and think about that. When you own your own business, right? When you're an entrepreneur and you have to, if you're a service-based entrepreneur, you have to go and serve people, go and do this, go and do that. So as a loctician, I have to go and do hair. And you have to have strategies in place for what are you going to do if, let's say your kid is sick for the whole week and you can't go. I have my husband, so I was able to, bounce these days off. But if you don't have anyone or you don't have a plan and you have kids, or you get sick yourself, how do you handle the clients, right? Because one, you got to figure out how to handle the clients. Two, you got to figure out your money, because if you don't work, you don't make money, right? So you got to come up with a strategy to help you with your scheduling. And I think when it comes to customer or client-based relationship businesses, right? I serve my clients, I do their hair, and they pay me. I think it's so important to build a rapport, a relationship with your clients, because when things happen, you want a clientele base that is understanding, that is gracious. And it also goes back to the type of person you are as a loctician or as a service provider. Are you gracious with your clients? Are you understanding with your clients? Because I think that makes a big difference. For me, things happen and I understand it, and I try to be gracious and understanding as much as possible. And yes, I am a policy person, but at the same time, I ain't no stickler about, okay, your grandfather died and you can't make your appointment today. I'm not going to be the one be like, well, you still owe me this cancellation fee. That's not how I operate. And I'm not asking any locticians to go do what I do. You figure out what you value, figure out what's important to you, and you do what's best for your business. Even when I mentor other locticians and coach other locticians, I'm not coaching you to do what I do or to be like me. I'm coaching you to be the best loctician you can be for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I don't ever, when I'm saying this, if you're a loctician listening, don't be like, oh, she telling me I can't charge no cancellation fee. I'm not saying that. I'm telling you what I do. And you have to figure out what you value and what works for you, right? So for me, if my clients have a emergency, like someone died, accident, things like that. Like there are some things I'm just like, I'm waiving it. That's just me. So when I'm intentional about building a great rapport with my clients, because at the end of the day, they're human, I'm human. They're going to have things that come up, and I'm going to have things that come up, right? And so if clients are canceling on me last minute, the same day, and I have a policy in place, is there a policy in place for when you cancel your clients same day? Luckily for me, in my situation, I didn't have to cancel a client same day, but it was literally the night before. Their appointments was the next day, and it's 6 o'clock. It's 6 o'clock in the evening that I'm over here like, okay, let me figure out this. Their appointment was Friday, and it's Wednesday night. Knowing that Friday, now I'm not going to be able to make it to work on Friday, so I had to contact them to see, okay, so with my husband, I had to be strategic, right? I had to say, okay, if you stay home with the kids on Thursday, then I can go to work on Thursday and I'll stay home on Friday. I get off at, I work 9 to 3. And so since the kids won't be in school and you'll be home with them, I can work later and move my Friday people to my Thursday afternoon. So move those clients there. So I'm going to work a longer day, but I was able to move all my clients and take care of all of them on Thursday. So instead of working a 6-hour shift, I ended up working a 11-hour shift, if that makes sense. Yeah, almost a 12-hour day. But it was a light day. It wasn't hard work because I'm very strategic with how I plan my schedule my clients. I'm not doing no 1,000-lot clients back to back. I'm not going to do that to my body. So I'm very strategic with how I plan my day. So thank God Friday was not a heavy load. So I was able to move those clients to Thursday afternoon. So I started, actually that day I started at 8 and I got done I did work a 13-hour day because I had to move with those clients. So, and my clients came in thanking me, and I'm like, no, thank you for your flexibility. But it's that rapport that my clients and I have built with one another to where when I need them, they're responding. When I need them, they're like, okay, bet, what do you need? You need me to come at this time? Okay, let me, drop the kids off here. Let me come at this time. Can I come at this time instead? I know I'm asking you to come at 5. If you can't come at 5, can you come at 7? So I'm over here being strategic. So, but my clients were flexible with me, and it's because I take care of my clients, so in return, they're taking care of me. I build a rapport with my clients, and so in return, when I need something from them or they need something from me, we're able to work it out. I'm not saying as a loctician be bending over backwards 24/7 because I've done that and it burns you too. So do what's best for you. Figure out what you can do, and go from there. But you have to have a plan in place because things are going to happen and you still need to make your money, right? So for me, I still made my weekly goal because I was able to move clients. Instead of working 3 days, I worked 2 days, but I was able to make my weekly goal in those 2 days. So that was the plan. And you got to make sure start thinking about, okay, if this happened, then what? You got to make sure you're a community. If my husband wasn't able to do something, then I'm like, okay, who's next in line? I'm always trying to set up and have a community where I have, options. And if it didn't work out, now I had to come up with another plan for my client. So going back to my the young lady I was talking to, she said, I can't see my money. So one, relationships are, have a strategic plan in place, have good rapport relationship with your clients. So when things come up, you guys are able to work it out. Now let's talk about budgeting. When it comes to the individual who says she can't see her money. Listen, when you start a business, you making this money, whether it's a lot or little, you're still making something. You have to tell that money where to go. If, from my experience, when you're making this money, you just, spending, you pay the bills, you pay that. You have to tell the money where to go. If you're not telling it where to go, you're not going to see it. I'm telling you, no matter how much you make, you're not going to see that money. Okay, so I've been learning, I've had to learn how to have a different mindset when it comes to money. You have to be able to one, you have to know what's coming in, so therefore you can tell what's coming in where to go. And I recently this year put myself on payroll because I had to have my set up my business to pay me, so I'm not dibbling and dabbling in the business money, right? So if the business pay me, then I can just do whatever I want with my money, and then the business does its own thing. So when the individual told me I can't see my money, I don't know, I don't know where it's going. It just tells me that you don't have a plan for it. You don't know what's coming in. You have an average, but you don't have a plan for it. And you're not being paid by your business. So therefore, you're mingling two monies together, the business and the personal, right? So if you're struggling with not knowing where your money is going, know what's coming in weekly. And then you also need to know how much are you paying? What's your overhead? What is your overhead? Because some of you guys don't know what your overhead is. So some of you guys not even making a profit. You think you're making money, but after you done paid everything, you're back to square one, and you're not making a profit. So you're not able to really save. You're not able to, do anything. I get y'all. Some of y'all come on my contact me, and y'all want to work with me, but you don't even have money to invest in your business, and your business should be generating some type of money. So when you're ready to do something with your business, when you're ready to invest in your business, you have some type of income. Like what your business makes, it should be separate from what you're making, right? So have a weekly, whatever your weekly goal is. From that, your weekly goal should not be the total amount of your overhead. So if your overhead is $10, I'm just using, if your overhead is $100 a month, and all you bring it in is $100 a month, you're not making any profit, right? So you have to go back to the drawing board. What's my overhead? And then from that overhead, what my profit should be then. And a lot of you guys, contact me and you're like, I don't know what to charge. What you charge can't, it's not going to always be what someone else is charging, because somebody might have a low overhead. Someone who works from home will most likely have a lower overhead than someone who works in a salon suite or have a whole salon. The overhead is going to be different. So if you see someone charging this online, if you see, you go online, you see people's prices, and and you trying to match your price to theirs, you may not even be meeting your overhead, right? So you have to know what your overhead is, what the profit should be, so you can know what to charge your clients. Some of you guys are just picking numbers out of thin air. There's a process. There's a formula to it. So have a plan in place to making sure that you are making a profit. And I also want to share is that find your value and budget what's important in personal and in business. When you know what those values are, you're able to plan better. So for me, I value community. So one of my big things, one of the things I've been working on lately is figuring out how to build community in my space. So, and sometimes building community costs. And for me, building community is an experience. And experience costs, at least for me, for some of the things I'm trying to do. And you guys will see more and more of what I'm trying to do. So I'll share some of my plans, later on as they, happen. But I got a lot in the works. So, and what I have in the works costs money. So I have to, within my business plan, right? Within my business, but I have to budget for that community expense. And then for my own personal budget, money that my company pays me, and then I decide to, whatever I decide to do with it, pay my bills, childcare, or whatever it is. Out of that, I value, family, traveling, and all this other stuff. So I have to set money aside for that. So figure out what you value so you can determine how you can allocate your money and tell it where to go with your business and personal. So my advice to someone who's saying, I can't see my money, I don't know where my money is going, go back to the drawing board. Do you even have a financial goal? If so, what is it? And try to figure out how to come up with that goal, how to attain that goal. What are your, and if you don't have a goal, try to figure out, okay, what is my overhead? What does it cost me to do business? What is it costing me to do business, to operate, to even open up shop? What is it costing me? Figure out what it is monthly, and then decide what the profit is going to be from there. Because some of you guys aren't even making the profit because you don't know your overhead, so you just spending. If you are if you're someone who needs help with your business, and not just the locking, because y'all know I have an online course. So if you need help with the interlock, with the Microlocs, starting, maintaining, repairing, and establishing locks, if you need help with that, I do have an online course where you can go, and we do have a community for that as well. Although it's online, you do have access to me for 6 months. We have live Q&As monthly and all that. So you get the support that you need. Whether, because it's online, I do make sure you have all the support that you need, regardless of where you are. But I also have a program where I help locticians to be profitable. But not just, there's so much more that goes into just, okay, making money. Some of y'all be just, I just want to be profitable. And then I tell you, okay, we got to make sure you have these things in place that's going to help you to be profitable. Because if those things are not in place, you won't be profitable. And if you feel like, well, I don't have these things in place and I'm profitable, you're not really profitable. And then you're not going to be profitable for long. So I do have a program where I help locticians with their business. So if you need help with your business, whether you're just starting off and you want to make sure, well, I ain't trying to make all the mistakes that other folks have made, you can benefit from it. If you are in the thick of it and you're like, man, I'm doing all this work, I'm not profitable, I'm not seeing where my money is going, I don't have a system in place, I'm burnt out, especially if you're burnt out, this is for you. So just hit me up, contact me, and I'll share more information with you if that's something you're interested in. But and then if you're a client and you're watching, when you see people charge what they do, don't just think, oh, okay, they just trying to get all this money. Because honestly, y'all, we don't keep all the money we keep. Because even after I pay myself, I still have to turn around and pay Uncle Sam out of my earnings. So the business pays Uncle Sam, and then business pays me, and then I pay Uncle Sam as well. So Uncle Sam dipping in twice, So we don't keep all our coins. We have overhead. We have, and you're thinking, and if you're at home and you're thinking, oh, it's not that this person don't have a lot of overhead because they're at home. There are a lot of overheads that you don't see. Marketing, the investment that they're making to continue to perfect their craft. There's a lot of things that you don't see because you don't see that building, because you don't see them pulling out that shampoo to shampoo your hair and all this other stuff. There are other overheads that people aren't even thinking about. So that's it. That's all I got to share. If there's anything y'all want to learn here or learn more about, just let me know. I see what I can do. All right, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.